gonna wait for a couple more people to get in. Put the name of this movie. The Burial. Hey y'all. I can't really see myself. Like, I got my thing in my thing. Let me take that out. Cause it's hot out here, so I'm under this covering, but y'all let me know if y'all can hear me good. Hey y'all. Y'all hear me good? I'm gonna my day going good, Danelle. Y'all can hear me good? Cause there's a lot of traffic going on in this area. I'm at Starbucks. Thank you, baby. Thank you, RF. I appreciate that donation. Thank you. I'm always on time. It is a good day, you know that? But what I'm about to do is pin this movie for y'all. Y'all know I always come up with movies for y'all, right? Get y'all straight on the movie. So I've been meaning to come on here. I think his name is Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee, that's what it is. I keep getting it mixed up. Tommy Lee Jones. Is this gonna let me pin? Yes, it is. Okay, y'all. My kings and queens, my prince and princesses, what's up? I'm coming through with it today for a little quick message for y'all. I just want to wait for a couple more people to get in. It's been a hot minute. Yeah, I've been trying to get some things together. I told y'all. You've been trying to make a podcast. You know, everybody doing podcasts now, so it ain't hard to start one. It's not even hard to start a YouTube channel, you know? Just whatever it is you want to do, make it happen. Don't let nobody tell you no. Don't let nobody discourage you. And that's why I wanted to come on here today and talk to y'all. That weather, yeah, it's gotten back hot now in Houston. Well, not hot, good weather. Cause in Houston, there's no in between. It's either like really cold because I'm from Miami. It's either really cold for me or it's like too hot, like scorching hot. So I really wanted to come on here, right, and talk to y'all. And start it, baby. Just start it. Just it ain't that hard. You got an email, link it up, and you can do a YouTube channel for literally anything you want to do. You want to do it for food. You want to do it for leisure. You want to vlog. You want to do whatever. Do it. Don't let nobody tell you no. Don't let nobody tell you you ain't big enough and it take too much, require too much effort and all this type of stuff. Whatever you want to do, you just make it happen because it's your life, right? So can't nobody answer for you. Can't nobody tell you what you can't do. At the end of the day, it's your life. So I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all. As y'all could tell by the title, God made a break in your case, right? And I want to say for those who know me, but not a whole lot of people know me because I don't mess with a whole lot of people. I don't mess with anybody really unless I trust you. But I like crime. I like crime. I like thriller and suspense. So anytime I watch a movie, you know, like it's either some type of like legal movie or anything dealing with like crime or suspense. I like it. So I was watching Jamie Foxx's new movie, right? I was watching Jamie Foxx's new movie. It's called The Burial, and it's an Amazon original movie. And I was watching it with my dude. And so as I'm like watching the movie and everything, I actually ended up crying in the end. I normally don't cry with movies unless they really touch me. You know what I'm saying? And that movie like really touched me. And we was talking and he was asking me, like, you really crying or whatever the case may be. And I told him, I said, because so many people try to discourage you in this world. And I'm talking some real stuff here. I ain't preaching. I ain't, I'm talking some real stuff today. Like, there's a lot of us in this world that have gone up against trials and tribulations in our life. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Infinite Redbone. I appreciate you for that. I really do. You ain't have to do that. Thank you for that. Um, there's a lot of us who have gone through trials and tribulations. And a lot of the times I feel like what we discover is when we go through things in our life, it be the very same people that we feel like will help us and come through for us because we've helped them. And one thing that I've noticed in this world, like, if I don't get it, ain't nobody gonna get it for me. If I don't pay my rent, rent ain't gonna get paid. If I don't get to my destination from point A to point B, I I, I ain't the type of person to sit up here and be asking for favors and having my hand out, not knowing what mindset, you feel me, the other person in. Now I'm dependent upon you to do something for me that I need to get done. So one of the things that I asked God and I prayed when I moved here, I said, if you don't do nothing else for me, because I know I'm not perfect. I'm an imperfect person, but I hold on to my faith and I believe. You get me? I'm an imperfect person living in an imperfect world. You understand what I'm saying? But I hold on, and I hold on to my belief systems because that's what's gotten me through. And so one of the things that I prayed and I asked God, I said, if you don't do nothing else, just make sure that I'm stable and I never have to have my hand out to nobody. You feel me? If I do, at the end of the day, it's people that I can trust or people that I've come through for. You get what I'm saying? Because ain't no freebies out here. And so it touched my spirit how a person can be at the brink of losing everything that they've worked so hard to build, to going up against big people who got more resources than you. You feel me? They got more connects than you, a bigger network than you, more money than you. You feel what I'm saying? How that person can go from almost losing everything to bouncing back and stepping into more wealth than what he had originally, being able to leave a legacy behind for his children. If y'all have not watched that movie, I encourage you, you understand me, to go watch The Burial. There's so many like lessons that you can get from that till it's crazy. And so it touched me because I don't want to tell y'all the story if y'all haven't watched it, but it's pretty much like I'm saying, this man was about to lose everything. You understand what I'm saying? He was about to lose everything. He had a business, a small business, um, where he owned like funeral homes. And so you had this other guy who was pretty much ripping people off and coming, pretty much trying to like come behind the person and either buy the business from them or whatever he was trying to do, carrying out the contract. And the person, the Tommy Lee Jones wanted to sue the guy. And so everybody was telling him, this is something that it's not a good idea, or his wife really wasn't backing him up or supporting him because they were like I said, in a bind. He was in a bind, about to lose his business and everything, his home and everything. And so the bottom line is they reached out to Jamie for legal counsel, right? They reached out to Jamie to help them try to win the case. And so it was so much that was going up against them. And in the end, just to see how he was able to just break through just by pushing forward and not giving up. I mean, I tell y'all all the time, like, no matter what you go through in this world, nothing is going to be given to you. So even if it's a new beginning that you're fighting for, even if it's whatever it is that you're fighting for, whatever it is that you stand on, I always tell you, like, the devil will try to attack you the hardest when you're right there and close to a breakthrough, because he knows. And it's just like, if you give up, you forfeit and you lose everything. But if you fight, you never know what's on the other end waiting for you. You understand what I'm saying? There could be so much going up against you. Not having the financial support, the financial backing, not having support at all, not having no one there in your corner to vouch for you, to fight for you. But as long as you got God on your side, you really don't need nobody else. And that's why I'm saying it was right there where he was about to pretty much give up everything. He's like, I invested enough money in this. It's no hope. And one of the guys that I think he was working with made a break in his case and found some information that they could use to pretty much win the case. And so when they used that information, the guy was trying to settle with him. Jamie, like, we not settling. If I came in here and I asked for 100 mil, we gonna leave with 100 mil. But not only did he get the 100 mil, he got extra and more than what he bargained for. You get what I'm saying? I think it's in total, he came out with 500, $500 million that he came into. So you go from regulators on your back, pressuring you about your business, how you run your business, how you conduct your business. You know what I'm saying? About to lose your home, about to lose everything you worked so hard to build, to stepping into $500 million, all because he didn't give up. It's definitely a good movie. So I definitely, like I said, I encourage y'all to go watch that movie. It's a good movie. I would never steer y'all wrong. Y'all gonna love that. And so I cried because it also played my favorite song by Leandra. I want to get her name right. Leandra Johnson. And it's called Better Days. It just touched my spirit because there's so many of us out there fighting. I mean, we really went through it. People dragging our name in the mud. People really try to break your spirit, all because they see something in you that's not in themselves. They see good in you. They see love around you. You know what I'm saying? They see love within you, the love that you have for yourself. And people will literally hate on that. You can have less than these people, but your morals, you understand what I'm saying? Your belief system, what makes you special, that's what makes people hate on you. That's what makes people go against you, sabotage you. And one of the things that Jamie asked that man in that courtroom, did you have any remorse? Did you have any remorse? Fooling these people, tricking these people out of their money. I always tell you, if you don't believe in something, you're going to go through something that's going to make you believe. But one of the things that I tell you can apply across the board, what go around, come back around. So Jamie asked me, say, you sitting around here with your big boats and your big cars, do you have any remorse? Because everything that you've been able to build, everything that you have that's tangible, materialistic, anything that you have in your life, it's because you had to manipulate, trick, and deceive people out of their good hard-earned money in businesses. So Jamie asked him in the courtroom, he said, how much did you pay for your yacht? He caught amnesia, like he didn't know how much he paid for it. He said, how much you paid for your yacht? You say that you doing what you're doing to help people. You want to work with people. You're partnering with people, right? Ain't no shadiness in between how you conduct your business, right? How much you paid for your boat, for your yacht? He still didn't want to say it. Jamie ended up, I forgot the amount, but it was up like 25 mil he paid for it, or whatever the case may be. So you could pay 25 mil for a yacht, but these people who businesses you robbed from them, took from them, they ain't got nothing, but you sitting up here able to buy a $25 million yacht? And I could have the amount wrong, but what I'm saying is, he didn't have no remorse for what he was doing. As long as he was getting paid, as long as he was able to make sure his family was straight and his business was going, he didn't have no remorse for how he was tricking and deceiving people. So what I'm saying is, God is making a break in your case. People who act like they caught amnesia, like they don't remember how bad they treated you, how bad they talked about you, the lies that they spreaded on you, throwing you up under the bus for no good reason. No good reason at all, but for their own selfish needs and wants and desires. For that hate and that jealousy that they possess inside of them. No good reason to do you the way that they do that they did you. They didn't have no reason. People didn't have a reason for trying to stomp on you, sabotage you, go behind your back and betray you, treat you less than you're human, treat you less than a human being, treat you like you're not a child of God. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't think. They don't think it's all about how you move. Jamie asked him, how much did you pay for your yacht? Did you have any remorse? And he said no, being arrogant. He said no in the courtroom, in front of the judge, in front of the jury. No, I didn't have any remorse. I don't have any remorse. And just like that, he came across the right one. Because Tommy wasn't going back down and let his business just be swept from underneath him. He wanted to leave a legacy behind for his children, for his sons. He found the right one that was willing to fight to the very end. I always tell you, it's always people that will sit up here and think because they can get away with something, they do it. They do it. They continuously do it until they meet that right person who's not going to give up without a fight. So now the scales are being balanced. You feel me what I'm saying? The guy who was sitting up here and was able to step into all this, yacht and money and all this type of stuff, he ended up losing his business. He ended up having to step down from the company. And then after he stepped down, it was just a trickling effect, just him losing everything. He had to step down. Eventually, the business went, he had to file for bankruptcy. So he go from losing everything, from having everything to losing everything. And Tommy go from about to lose everything to having everything, stepping into $500 million. I'm not saying that, we going to step into that amount of wealth. But what I'm saying is, God has made a break in your case. Whatever your case may be, if you was going through poverty, if someone betrayed you, if you're worried about how things are going to go or how your future is going to look, if you're in a stuck place right now, if things are not going the way that you want it to go, whatever it is that you've lost, whatever you have a fear of losing, whatever your case may be, God is making a break in your case. Your spirit cannot be broken because it wasn't meant to be broken. You have a purpose here. Sometimes we go through things in order to overcome those situations, in order to be able to testify about how we overcame and who helped us overcome. Do you feel what I'm saying? Nothing in this world is easy. It gets rough. We go through trying times. And all that I try to say is, stay in your own lane. You ain't got to sit up here and try to focus on somebody else. You got to sit up here and try to step on somebody else's toes. If you don't like somebody, you stay clear of them. It's very simple. If you don't want to be with somebody, it's a way to handle it. It's very simple. Because I'm going to tell you something. What goes around, come back around. Nothing that you attain fast on a faulty foundation that you've acquired, manipulating people, lying on people, it's not going to last. It's not going to last. And in that movie, it just inspired me. You know what I'm saying? Like, all he could do was just sit on the steps and just think, like, I went from almost losing everything to stepping into $500 million. And I was right there about to give up. And just like that, I made a break in my case. And then right there, you know what I'm saying, when the devil know that he's losing, or people who've gone up against you know that they did you wrong, in the movie they try to settle with him, to give him less than what he originally came in there for. I'm not selling it for no 65 mil, 75 mil. I came here for 100, and that's what I'm going to leave out here with. He ended up getting more than that. Don't settle, because what you want, what you prayed for, is right around the corner. You did nothing wrong to these people. You did nothing wrong to be in the situations and the predicaments that people placed you in. The only thing that I would say is sometimes your heart, it be too big. You be too good of a person to people who don't deserve you. Don't nobody owe you nothing in this world. So if you, that's something that you guys realize, like, don't nobody owe you nothing. Nobody have to, nobody owes you loyalty. Nobody owes you respect. Nobody owes you anything. So the only thing that I would say that we guilty of is being naive, being too open, being too trustworthy of people.